Okay, thank you very much, Terrell, for the invitation and for the whole effort you did to, first of all, to find us, then to contact us, and then to put everything together. I think it's really very interesting for us because we don't know each other, and for the students for sure to have the opportunity to find this list of master program in quantum. I will share my screen first. Let's see if it works.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes. Okay.
Probably want to go a little larger if you can.
Is it better now?
No change.
Second. Now.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great. So before introducing myself and my colleague Jordi, who just connected to the webinar, let me say that I'm representing a little bit different program. It is not a master in quantum and science technology. It's a broader one. It's a master in photonics. I will try to stick in my presentation to the module. We like to call it teaching module and not specialization, and I will explain you later why. I will try to stick to the teaching module related with quantum. However, I will present you the whole program, so then you will understand which part of the quantum science and technology we can cover. So I'm right now the director of the Master in Photonics. However, as you will see, the master program is offered jointly by 4 top institutions in photonics in Barcelona area. 3 of them are public universities, Politecnica University of Catalunya, which I belong to, and which is the coordinator of the program and takes care of all the administrative part, let's say the management part of the program. Autónoma University of Barcelona and University of Barcelona. The 3 of them represents the public university in the area, and in the 3 of them there is a lot of activity regarding photonics in different branches, let's say. Together with the 3 university, the 4 partner of the program is the Institute of Photonic Sciences, that has been created more than 10 years ago, and now it's one of the leader research labs at the worldwide regarding different areas of photonics. And of course, in the last years, more and more groups related to quantum science and technology appeared everywhere, and especially at the Institute of Photonic Sciences. So as you can imagine, there is a lot of people working behind the direction of the master. We have a management committee that I should have presented better in my presentation. Each institution has 1 coordinator, and then each of these coordinators also try to coordinate one of the teaching modules, since the subjects are quite broad. So Jordi Mompart, who joined us right now, he's the coordinator from the Autónoma University of Barcelona, and in particular, he takes care especially of the quantum science and technology module. This is why I will ask him to correct me or to add any comment at the end of the presentation regarding the courses. Okay, so I did like Gonzalo, I placed the map, I had some time, I cheated a little bit. So we moved from Bilbao, where Gonzalo was later, to Barcelona. Barcelona, it's also located on the seaside in the east of northeast of Spain, in Catalonia, and probably you heard about the town. It's a quite a big and very dense town placed near the seaside, and if you know something about Barcelona, probably you know about Gaudi architecture and football club Barça, which is very well known everywhere. But apart of that, there are a lot of very nice areas outside of the town. It's half an hour, 1 hour driving from Barcelona, where as a student, I think you can have a very nice opportunity of traveling, meeting people, and knowing the local culture. Since you are mostly coming from quantum side, and this doesn't mean that everybody has to be connected with photonics, I just want to point out that photonics is a very, very broad field nowadays. It covers everything which is science and technology of light, implementing both at the research level as well as in technology. And practically, I think there is no branch of science and technology nowadays that do not involve one way or the other light. And especially
Crina, I'm not sure about others, but I've lost you at my end. I lost your audio.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Let me see. Thanks, Jen. Jordy, are you there? Hang tight, folks. It's at Crina's end, I think. Based on that we lost her entire connection, I'm sure she's aware of it at her end. So let's just hang tight for a little bit. While we're here, is there, those of you who are out, this is Terrell here. So those of you who are out there, is there something, something that we could be doing in this quantum master's program, information or something that I can do or we can do to help facilitate your searching process? Anything, ideas? I think the idea for the project is, I found early on it's very difficult to find these programs out there, and so to consolidate it and help facilitate, you know, in undergraduates or someone who wants to go look at a master's program. So trying to collect the information and facilitate, you know, it's all about you, and so that's what we're hoping to do. The next thing I plan to do after these presentations is start to put some of the data in a consolidated form, like, you know, when the program started, estimate as to the number of students, et cetera, application deadlines. I don't want to, I'll repeat some of the stuff on their websites and from their presentations, but I'll put it in a consolidated form, and, you know, to help the filtering process you might have. I think Crina's coming on. Jordy, hey man. Uh-oh, I don't hear your audio. But Crina's coming back on.
okay.
There you are.
I'm here. I'm sorry, the light ran off. I'm connected with the Wi-Fi of my mobile phone, so I hope.
Okay. Well, you're good now. No problem.
But
I know you just had to run out for a little bit of that tapas.
You will see that I don't have light, so
Okay.
I hope it will arrive. Let me share my screen again.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I need to. set you up for that. Hold on. Where are you? There you are. Okay, you're good.
Okay, so let's see if I'm able to share again. Yes, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I was telling you that
Go larger, Crina. Crina.
let me see if I can, just a second. I have two screens and I had it set for the other one that fall down without permission. Okay, now the light came back.
There you go. And you got your light back. All right. It looks perfect now. Thank you.
Okay, so as I was telling you, photonics is nowadays and it become a very multidisciplinary subject. It's probably very difficult to imagine, as I was telling you, any branch of science or technology without photonics. So see, I always used to tell my students that actually photonics, it's a new science as it is treated nowadays. It's 15 years ago, the people used to talk about optics, taking into account the typical branches of optics. But in the last years, terms like high power lasers, new materials and devices, nanophotonics, plasmonics, metamaterials, and so on, included especially quantum optics and technology, appeared and made all these thing together a very broad area. When I say that it's a new, just a second. Sorry. When I'm saying that this is a new branch, I'm referring to the fact that in Europe in 2010, so only 10 years ago, photonics has been set as one of the key enabled technologies. And I'm quite happy because this year in 2020, this selection has been renewed for 10 more years, which means that a lot of effort and money will still be dedicated to photonics. And this has been followed in the United States in 2013 when by the document of the National Photonic Initiative, 2015 China, and so on. So we are talking about a subject that became a hotspot probably 10, 15 years ago. Taking this into account, these four institutions that I have told you about at the beginning joined their efforts to offer only one program in 2007. So we are running quite a lot of time, the program. It's already the 13th edition this year. And we decided to offer a joint program of 60 credits. This is the same situation as the program presented by Gonzalo in Spain. The bachelor is 4 years. So to reach the 5 years that the student usually needs to go towards a PhD program, for example, they need only 1 year of master. There are programs of 2 years also. But in general, students here prefer to complete their 5-year study with only 1 year. So we offer 60 credits, 1-year program, even if probably we would have enough elective courses and enough contribution from my colleagues to offer a 2-year program. There are more than 50 professors and researchers that one way or the other participate to the program, either through the teaching and the elective courses that they offer, either through the master thesis projects. Of course, the program is completely taught in English, and I have added here the taxes, as Gonzalo did. The taxes are around 3,000 euros for European students and 4,000, a little bit above 4,000 for the new non-European students. Can you still hear me?
Yes, all is fine.
Good, great. The students let's say the students register to the Politecnic University of Catalunya, that is the coordinator, but they move one semester to one university, one semester to the other university. They do the master thesis in all these 4 institutions, so they have the opportunity to know and to get in touch with the 4 institutions. Actually, they are considered to be students, to belong to the 3 universities equally. As I told you, we have a lot of professors coming from the 4 different institutions and a lot of different departments. And if all this coordination between the 4 institutions was not enough, our program is also part of a bigger one, an European Erasmus Mundus Master Program, coordinated by the University in Aix-Marseille in France, where the partners are Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany, Barcelona team, let's say, and last year, Tampere University and Vilnius University also joined our program. We ran this program since 2010, so already 10 years ago. This makes the community of the students following our program quite rich. There are the local students coming from our local program, let's say, and then every year we receive 4, 5, 6, 7 students coming from this Photonics program, and also students coming with typical European mobility schemes from other masters dedicated to photonics in Europe. Okay, this is the map with all the partners belonging to the European master. This is also interesting for our local program because these partners also offer mobility for our own students in our own program. So they can easily reach a master thesis project in any of these 4 different universities. We have around between 25 and 30 students in our own program every year, plus this year we have 4 students coming from the Europhotonics program, 5 students with mobility, so we are somewhere between 30 and 40 students every year with quite a broad background. Since photonics, it's interesting for any for different branches. Students come from physics, physical engineering. This is probably the most the biggest number of students. But then in the last years, we have more and more students coming from nanoscience and nanotechnology, optics and optometry, different branches of engineering, telecommunication engineering, of course, and lately even students coming from biotechnology, for example, or biomedical engineering that are interesting to the modulus going towards application in medicine and biology. Okay, so having said that, just to tell you quickly that the objective of the program is to offer students a selection of as broad as possible subjects in different areas of photonics. And we are equally promoting a future research career towards a PhD for the students who are interested in this direction, as well as the professional career towards companies. Actually, as you will see later, we have a course dedicated to business and patents that motivate the students to think in joining companies or even create their own companies. This is the teaching program. We have 20 courses of core courses. 20 credits of core courses. These are the mandatory subjects that everybody has to take. The first 2 courses are mostly dedicated to level the background of the students, especially those coming from an engineering branch or optical or optometry. And then the other two courses are, let's say, dedicated to applied photonics and transversal skills. We have a 5 credits lab where we offer a lot of different experimental works the students can choose and perform. And then a course of business and patterns in photonics that I think it's an important additive key for the students. The elective courses are grouped in 4 teaching units, as we like to call them, and one of them is the quantum optics and quantum technology lately. So I will stress only to this one. We offer right now 6 different elective courses of 3 credits, each of them, that the students can freely choose. And actually, if you look to the number of credits, a student has to follow 24 credits of elective courses. This means 8 elective courses. So if a student wants to follow the Master in Photonics with the idea to go only on the quantum optics branch, he can take 6 of the elective courses directly from the quantum optics and technology block, and then he can complete with any of these courses that I marked in yellow, all of them interesting also for quantum, photonic materials and metamaterials, nonlinear optics, nanophotonics, ultra-fast and ultra-intense laser light, and even other courses belonging to the optical engineering modules. Because if somebody wants to go towards quantum with light in the lab, he has to know a lot of things about measuring with light, about managing light devices, and so on. I will not comment anything about this block since it's not related to quantum. The master thesis seems to be small. We kept it only with 16 credits. This doesn't mean that our students are working less than any student coming from an European master doing the master thesis in 1 semester. Practically, the amount of work and the quality and the level of the master thesis we developed in the program, it's exactly equal to a 30 credits one. Why we keep 16 credits? Because we want them to take as many elective courses as possible, because this is the way of discovering new applications in photonics and deciding if they want to go towards one direction or the other. We received every year more than 50 projects from all our collaborators and professors, both from the universities and ICFO itself, as well as from different companies that contacted us a few years ago, and they used to offer every year master thesis subjects and so on. Plus the possibility of making the international mobility anywhere else through our collaborators in the Europhotonics Master or anywhere else where the student get a proposal. We are also members of the Southern European Cluster in Photonics. This is a very nice network grouping all the companies working in photonics in Spain, in south of France, and in Portugal. Students have a lot of opportunities to get a job through the cluster. I tried to grab all the research groups related only with quantum optics and technology that participate in our master. Most of them, of course, they're out of the Institute of Photonic Science. These are the groups and the group leaders that who participate actively in our program. All of them are offering master thesis, and almost all of them are teaching one of the elective courses in the program. And these are the two important groups in the Autonomous University of Barcelona, the University of Barcelona, and at the Polytechnic University, probably the quantum branch is the less representative. We have activity on quantum of the Polytechnic University, but not in photonics. It's directed to other kind of applications. But anyway, these are the groups participating. If you have curiosity, you can go to the webpage and see exactly what they are doing. What else? Aside of the teaching, we organize seminars. we organize visits to different companies and research labs. Actually, in the timetable, we have 3 blocks. The elective courses are organized in 3 blocks. So the subject is quite concentrated in 6 teaching weeks. Then they have exams, and then we have an activity week, we like to call it. And during this activity week, we organize a lot of side activities that mainly allow the students to contact with the researchers, with the companies, with the people working in the branch that they are most interested in. From time to time, when we can, we also have a dinner together, especially at the end of the course when the students are graduating. Now, this is not possible anymore, but we used to do it in the past. So I'll go back to the name of the courses in Quantum, and I will ask Jordi if he wants to comment something on that. Maybe I should not share my screen anymore. Jordi?
Could you hear me?
Yes, we can, Jordy. Hello.
Hello. Okay, because just before I think it didn't work. Okay, so quantum optics, I would say that is one of the maybe Crina will agree with me, but it's one of the specializations or one of the units that is more important for the master, in the sense that we have a lot of students from all these masters in Europe that we work with that come especially to Barcelona because of the quantum optics specialization. So we have let's say, I mean, maybe it's not nice to say, but a very good reputation in this quantum optics specialization. Okay, and with a lot of professors from instance from this Institute of Photonic Sciences, and it goes from let's say from quantum optics to cold atoms, and then to machine learning and on classical and quantum data. So we treat a lot of implementation. I don't know whether you have questions or you want more details, or I don't know.
Well, let's open it up for questions. Anybody out there? I mean, people are out there. Any questions out there? I'm gonna call on someone. I'm in teaching mode this semester, so I have a lot of classes, so I may call on someone. Well, let me ask one, that something that was playing in my mind while you were talking. If I were someone who had a vision of working on the quantum internet, you know, which I think is entirely photonics based, would this program fit with that agenda? Because, you know, it's all photonics.
I think it fits. I think it fits because when you plan to work in quantum technology towards the photonic side, you need to have a lot of experimental skills. At the end, when you go to the lab, you work with lasers, you work with detectors, you work with an equipment that you have to know how to deal with, okay? So probably for somebody who really wants to work in experimental quantum optics and technology, this program is one of the best, because you can get not only the knowledge related with the quantum course itself, but also all the skills that you need to have in the lab. So I think, yes, our students sometimes when the students who enter into the program with the idea of following the quantum branch, they have it quite clear in mind from the beginning. They are coming to the program for this specialty, and they succeed very well in different groups that they are joining later, and even doing a PhD after the master. We have a lot of students doing a PhD related with quantum, both experimental as well as in theory. We have students that even started the company on photonic technology. It's a company that works very well right now. It's called QSight. It's here in the Barcelona area, and it's well, led by 2 of our former master students. So I think they have a basis. It is enough, for sure not, because we miss some of the hard courses of quantum. Now, let's say the mathematics, many body systems, and so on. These kind of courses are not included in the program, but they have the skills and they have the possibility to overcome, I think, the knowledge they miss. Maybe Jordi can add something else.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with you, Crina, in the sense that to build a quantum think, you need classical devices, and this is what we explain in the units that they have nothing to do with quantum. For instance, you need to know about electronics, about optics, detectors, beam splitters, interferometers, all these things you need it, and then you will be able to build a quantum thing needed, for instance, for quantum internet or for some applications that quantum in mobiles, in cells, etc.
Crina, I'm trying to look up the name of that company. What was the name of that company there? QSite?
QSite.
QSite.
Okay.
They, for instance, one thing that they do, which is very interesting, is they generate random numbers by quantum means, and they do it very fast and very, let's say, very confident numbers. And the final idea is to implement this as a photonic circuit in mobiles, in cells.
Yeah, when I was searching for QSide, got it now. Thank you. Yeah, there's quite a bit of activity there in Barcelona. I remember talking the very first time with you, and I was really amazed at how much activity there's going on there. I hadn't been exposed to it yet. I'm still new to the ecosystem, but it's very, very interesting.
And actually, just a comment. Right now, there is another master that will really be dedicated to quantum science and technology that is setting up. I don't know if it will be successful or not for the next course, but anyway, we working together. It's just the contrary as a competition. We have common meetings, and we would like to keep the branch in the master in photonics where it is, so their students could join our master for the courses which are more related with photonics, and they can offer other kind of courses more related with the theory quantum, and our students will be able to go there and to join some elective courses if they are interesting. So I think this activity will increase. Well, I think no, for sure. The activity in the quantum science and technology will increase in the next few years.
So it's just starting to be talked about there. It's nothing ready for students in 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Well, no, if everything goes right, probably in 1 or 2 years it will be ready, but not for the moment, not for
okay.
This. And there is another important thing is the fact that the master is a 1-year master. And this makes a very, I mean, it's completely different from the rest of the masters that we have in Europe, in the sense that in Spain, the bachelor is 4 years and the master is 1 year. So I could imagine that for someone that is interested in a 2 years master, it would be very nice to do this combination of this master in quantum and then the master in photonics for looking for the specialization of quantum optics, let's say.
Yeah, that's a good point. You want to build kind of like really, I mean, everybody, you know, that's how you distinguish yourself. You have an interesting combination of background, skills, and experience, and that's how you set yourself apart. So that's a good point. You know, a year of optics and a year in something else, because some programs are a year in various places, and that would be, you know, in computation, let's say, or whatever. That's a good point. Yeah, very good point. Any questions from anybody else? I think we got them questioned out. Okay, well, cool. Let's just end here. We're actually going further than what I thought today. Not a problem. All right, Crina, Jordy, thank you very much. I appreciate your time and energy, and
Thank you.
I'll do my best to get this information out on the website for people to enjoy. Quickly, what's the, did you cover the application cycle when roughly when applications come in? What's your application season?
In our case,
Yeah.
we open the application system in January. So
January.
for the next academic year, will start in January 2021. If you go to the web page, you will immediately see how you can apply. And we close it at the beginning of the end of June, beginning of July.
Okay. Great. Great. Well, now's the time you want to be collecting information and you know, start planning for such things. So good time.
And actually, we had several students coming from United States. Sometimes even myself, I'm surprised because I really don't know where they are finding the information about the program. We had 3 up to now, and this year we had a student already enrolled, but finally he gave up due to the COVID situation. He didn't feel himself sure enough to travel.
Yeah, this is a weird year, but hey, it helps having a really good football club.
Yeah.
You know, you want to start with the football clubs and work your way from there. I start with tapas and work my way from there, actually. Anyway, all right. Thank you, Crina and Jordy. Appreciate your time and energy. And everyone else, I want to thank you for